YouTube. Okay, so we have our second character for the 2.5 anniversary. Obviously, the first character we got was Little Mermaid, otherwise known as Siren. I don't know why I just went on to the story event. I was trying to do the summon banner, but oh well. So Little Mermaid was obviously the first character, being a new Pilgrim character, Burst 1. Now, the second character we got is a brand new OverSpec character, that being Mihara Bonding Chain, I believe her name is. Bonding Chain. Alright, so honestly, I don't really know exactly what she does. So I'm interested to actually read through her kit for the first time go around, and then really make a determining factor on what I think and exactly how to properly build her. Though I do want to say that I think her and Little Mermaid are going to be very, very good together, given the fact that her main weapon is a machine gun, and Little Mermaid does phenomenal with machine gun characters, that being what Mihara is actually all about. So the first skill, skill 1, body contact, activates when entering battle, affects herself. She charges 10 resistant chains, up to 10. So 10 seems like it's probably the max, right? And activates if the caster has been burst skill before full burst ends, affects herself. She's going to charge all of her resistant chains up to 10, and then affects a random enemy unit at a specific timing, dealing 40.96% of the final attack does damage. Attacks according to the number of resistant chains, down by 1 for each attack. Then it's going to affect the same enemy, ensnaring chains. It's going to deal 20.52 final attack as sustained damage every 1 second, continuously stacking 20 times. That's very good, and that's also very dependent on her burst skill. So it seems like hopefully these two are actually going to be like intermingling with one another, but again, I don't know yet. I did take her into like one piece of content just for fun, just see her animations, and that was it. So I don't know what she actually does. Skill 2 is going to be Tighten Up. Activates after landing 40 normal attacks. That's actually very good for Little Mermaid. During the full burst, still very good. Affects the target if the target is in ensnaring chains, so it pairs up nicely with skill 1. It's going to stack count of ensnaring chains at 1 time. Then it's going to activates when self is incapacitated. Affects the target in ensnaring chain status. It's going to go up 20 times. Very good. So that enemy is going to be continuously receiving damage. So that's very good. Then it's going to activate when the enemy is neutralized. Affects self if the target is ensnaring chains. It's going to restrain chain up 1 up to 10 times. Then once you enter burst stage 3, the sustained damage is going to be increased for yourself. Interesting. So her damage is going to be boosted. The enemy is going to be neutralized, and it's just going to be like a constant flow of continuous sustained damage, pairing up with skill 1. Okay, so far, honestly, these two mesh very well together. So now let's go ahead and check out the burst skill. So Bonding Pain, it's going to affect the targets in the ensnaring chain status. Dragging Chain, 40.95 of final attack as sustained damage every 1 sec, mirrors the stack count of ensnaring chains on certain targets for 10 seconds. Then it's going to remove the ensnaring chain status after the effect is triggered. She's probably pretty good, honestly. Let's go ahead and jump into some Union Raid stuff, or some shooting range, and just really see what, like, you know, she's fully capable of, right? So we want to use her here because fire is going to be very good, and then we also want to run Little Mermaid as well. Burst 2 character honestly doesn't really matter a whole lot. We can probably just do that just for shits and giggles to really compare overall damage. Now keep in mind, you know, obviously limit break status and you know, gear build wise and skill point stuff is not going to be very comparable. I mean, we can just look here. My Rappy Red Hood is pretty good. Her burst is completely maxed. Her equipment, again, 2 pieces could be better, but overall a lot better off than Mihara. So let's go ahead and see what she is capable of doing. Again, what I normally do for showcase videos is that we go through the full burst animation all the way down, and to really understand. So okay, so that was actually pretty sick. So we're going to be building up our burst gauge instantly, pretty much because of Little Mermaid. Boom, burst skill of 1, Little Mermaid. Then we're going to have Crown going off, and then we are going to be having Mihara going off. So really see exactly what she's going to be capable of doing. That burst skill is incredible. I might want to get dupes just to have that. So everything is going off right now. Good. We got a lot of stuff, and it is done. So oof, not a whole lot of damage. That's actually very upsetting. Rappy is doing phenomenal. Even Little Mermaid is out damaging Mihara, so that's honestly kind of upsetting. So let's go ahead and leave the shooting range. Let's go ahead and swap somebody out for Rappy Red Hood. I think, if I remember correctly, I want to say that, where are you? You are actually good when it comes to supporting. So yeah, all right, so we are going to be popping Asuka on instead to further boost the damage. So we're looking at about, I want to say it was probably 10 million damage, and let's see if we can actually keep that going a little bit higher. Still kind of cool animation wise with the chains coming in right away. Another key note is knowing that, you know, like I said, in terms of dupes and equipment and all that, it's not really that high. But this is probably a better comparison with the two, given that Asuka is going to be buffing Mihara already. So, all right, that is over. So 13.1, so slightly a little bit more. Honestly, I'm kind of actually disappointed in her. Obviously, Last Kingdom going on, One for All, reload speed, One for All again, royal attire, a bunch of decent stacks. She really, man, I'm kind of torn. Now, obviously, this is just the first showcase video. I'm going to be building her a lot more and focusing on her kit and all that stuff, but I'm not that impressed. I think the reasoning for that is probably because of the fact that Rappy Red Hood is a OverSpec character as well, who is like really damn good. So let's put them next to each other. So these two, honestly, it's not really that fair. I mean, and we can't even really look at the fact how one is Limit Break 3 while the other one isn't, because of the fact that Little Mermaid herself was almost out damaging Mihara. So at the moment, I'm kind of disappointed, but you know, further testing is going to have to be done.